As the world continues to experience the effects of climate change, it's important for all of us to take responsibility for our impact on the environment. This includes considering how we travel. Sustainable travel, also known as eco-friendly travel, is becoming more popular as people become more aware of the environmental impact of traditional travel practices. In this video, we will be discussing the top 10 ways to travel with sustainability in mind, so that you can reduce your carbon footprint and make your next trip more eco-friendly. Number 1. Choose eco-friendly accommodations. When planning a sustainable trip, it's important to consider where you'll be staying. Fortunately, there are many eco-friendly options available. Here are some tips to help you choose an environmentally friendly accommodation. Look for eco-certifications. Many hotels and resorts now carry eco-certifications, such as LEED, Green Key, or Eco-Label. These certifications ensure that the accommodations meet certain environmental standards, such as energy efficiency, water conservation, and waste reduction. Choose hotels with green practices. Some hotels are making efforts to reduce their environmental footprint by implementing green practices, such as recycling, using renewable energy sources, and offering guests the option to reuse towels and linens. Consider eco-lodges and camping. If you're looking for a more rustic experience, consider eco-lodges and camping. These accommodations often have low-impact designs and are situated in natural environments, offering a unique and sustainable travel experience. Support local communities. When choosing accommodations, consider supporting local communities. Many locally owned guest houses, bed and breakfasts, and vacation rentals have smaller environmental footprints and provide an authentic cultural experience. Choosing eco-friendly accommodations is a great way to support sustainable travel practices and reduce your environmental impact while on vacation. By making responsible choices, you can enjoy your travels while helping to preserve the planet for future generations. Number 2. Use public transportation and alternative modes of transport. When it comes to sustainable travel, the way you get around can make a big difference. Opting for public transportation or alternative modes of transport can greatly reduce your carbon footprint and help to minimize the negative impact on the environment. One of the easiest ways to get around while traveling sustainably is to use public transportation. This can include buses, trains, subways, or trams. Public transportation is a great option because it is often cheaper than renting a car or taking a taxi, and it can also be a more convenient way to explore a new city or destination. Additionally, using public transportation reduces the number of cars on the road, which can help to reduce air pollution and traffic congestion. If public transportation is not an option, consider alternative modes of transport such as biking or walking. Many cities now offer bike-sharing programs that allow travelers to rent a bike for a day or longer, and there are often dedicated bike lanes and routes to make biking safer and more convenient. Walking is another great way to get around, and it allows you to slow down and take in the sights and sounds of your destination. Another option is to use eco-friendly transportation services such as electric or hybrid taxis, or ride-sharing services that offer environmentally friendly vehicles. Many cities are also starting to implement electric scooters or bikes as a way to reduce carbon emissions and promote sustainable travel. When planning your next trip, consider using public transportation or alternative modes of transport to reduce your carbon footprint and make a positive impact on the environment. By doing so, you can also save money and have a more enjoyable and authentic travel experience. Number 3. Bring a reusable water bottle and reduce plastic use. When traveling, it's important to stay hydrated, but the constant need for bottled water can create a lot of plastic waste. The best way to tackle this is to bring a reusable water bottle with you. You can easily refill your bottle at drinking fountains, cafes or restaurants, and even in your hotel room if it has a water filtration system. To reduce your plastic use even further, you can also bring a set of reusable cutlery, a cloth napkin and a reusable tote bag to carry any purchases. By packing a few of these reusable essentials, you'll avoid contributing to the vast amounts of plastic that end up in landfills or polluting our oceans. There are even water bottles on the market with built-in filters, so you can drink clean water no matter where you are in the world. Plus, carrying your own water bottle will save you money in the long run and help you stay hydrated without relying on buying single-use plastic bottles. By making small changes like this, we can all do our part to protect the environment and reduce our impact on the planet. So, remember to bring your reusable water bottle with you on your next trip and make a conscious effort to reduce your plastic use. Number 4. Minimize energy and water usage in your accommodation. When traveling, it's important to minimize your impact on the environment, and this includes the amount of energy and water you use. Here are a few tips to help you do just that. Turn off lights and electronics when you're not using them. Even if you're not paying for the electricity directly, your hotel or hostel is, and excessive energy use contributes to climate change. Take shorter showers and turn off the water while you're brushing your teeth or washing your face. Water is a precious resource, and many areas around the world suffer from water shortages. By conserving water, you're helping to protect this valuable resource. Choose accommodations that have sustainable practices in place. Look for hotels that have installed energy-efficient lighting and appliances, and that use renewable energy sources like solar power. Opt for accommodations that have towel and linen reuse programs in place. This can save a lot of water and energy, as it reduces the need for frequent washing. Avoid using the air conditioning excessively. Instead, open windows and use natural ventilation to cool down your room. By being mindful of your energy and water use, you can help reduce your environmental impact while traveling. It's a small step, but it can make a big difference over time. Number 5. Pack light and avoid single-use products. Packing light not only reduces the weight of your luggage, but also lowers the carbon footprint of your trip. When you pack heavy, you add extra weight to the plane, which results in more fuel consumption and more emissions. Packing light saves you money on baggage fees and reduces your carbon footprint. To avoid single-use products, pack reusable items such as a refillable water bottle, utensils, and cloth shopping bags. Bringing your own products can reduce waste and plastic use, and saves you money by not having to purchase single-use products. You can also pack travel-sized toiletries in reusable containers rather than purchasing mini products. Another way to avoid single-use products is by choosing accommodations that have refillable toiletries and offer options for recycling and composting. Some eco-friendly hotels also provide guests with reusable water bottles and utensils to encourage sustainable practices. Remember to pack smart and leave excess products behind. The less you pack, the less waste you will produce, and the more sustainable your trip will be. So, pack light and make sustainable choices to help reduce your carbon footprint and promote a greener future. Number 6. Eat local and support sustainable tourism initiatives. When traveling sustainably, it's essential to be conscious of the impact that our food choices can have on the local environment and economy. Eating local means opting for locally sourced and in-season produce, which helps to reduce the carbon footprint associated with importing food from faraway places. One way to support sustainable tourism is by choosing restaurants and food establishments that use local ingredients and promote eco-friendly practices. This not only helps to support local farmers and businesses, but it also helps to reduce the use of harmful chemicals and pesticides in the production of food. Another way to eat sustainably is to reduce food waste by choosing restaurants and establishments that have a waste-reducing policy in place. This can include using compostable materials or donating excess food to local food banks. You can also choose to participate in food-related ecotourism activities, such as farm-to-table tours or culinary workshops that teach visitors about the local food culture and sustainable farming practices. These activities help to promote responsible tourism and encourage visitors to support the local economy while also minimizing their environmental impact. By making a conscious effort to eat locally and support sustainable tourism initiatives, travelers can have a positive impact on the local community and the environment. So the next time you plan a trip, be sure to do your research and choose food options that align with your commitment to sustainability. Number 7. Respect wildlife and the environment. As a responsible traveler, it's crucial to understand the importance of respecting the environment and the wildlife in the destination you are visiting. The wildlife and nature are precious and essential for the ecosystem. To maintain it, we should do our part to minimize the impact of our travels on them. Firstly, avoid disturbing the wildlife by not feeding or touching them. Do not pick plants, flowers, or coral reefs. Some of these are endangered species and need to be protected. Moreover, don't purchase any souvenirs made from endangered animals or animal parts, such as ivory or shark fin. This kind of trade is illegal and contributes to the decline of wildlife populations. When you are hiking or exploring nature, stay on marked paths to avoid trampling on fragile ecosystems or endangered species habitats. Respect the park rules and regulations to ensure minimal damage is done to the environment. Additionally, it is essential to consider the amount of waste that you generate and dispose of it properly. Littering, particularly in natural areas, is damaging to the environment, so take your trash with you or dispose of it in designated bins. Don't dump any hazardous or toxic waste like batteries or chemicals, as it could affect the water, wildlife, and ecosystem. By respecting wildlife and the environment, you can help preserve it for future generations and minimize the negative impact of tourism. Always remember that we are only visitors, and it's crucial to respect and protect the environment and the wildlife that we encounter during our travels. Number 8. Engage in ecotourism activities and tours. When planning your environmentally friendly trip, consider engaging in ecotourism activities and tours. Ecotourism involves responsible travel to natural areas that conserve the environment and support local communities. These activities and tours often have a low impact on the environment and promote conservation efforts. There are a variety of ecotourism options available, such as nature walks, wildlife watching, birding tours, and conservation projects. When selecting your activities, do your research to ensure that they are responsible and sustainable. Look for tours and activities that are certified by recognized ecotourism organizations, such as the Global Sustainable Tourism Council. Ecotourism activities and tours can provide a unique opportunity to connect with nature and learn about local conservation efforts. For example, you could visit a sea turtle conservation project, participate in a beach cleanup, or hike in a protected area with a knowledgeable guide. These activities not only benefit the environment but also provide valuable support for local communities and economies. When engaging in ecotourism activities and tours, it's important to be respectful of the environment and wildlife. Follow guidelines provided by guides or park rangers, stay on designated trails, and do not disturb wildlife. By respecting the environment, we can ensure that future generations can also enjoy these natural areas. In summary, engaging in ecotourism activities and tours can be a great way to support sustainable tourism while connecting with nature and local communities. Just remember to do your research, be respectful of the environment, and choose responsible, sustainable options. Number 9. Offset your carbon footprint and donate to environmental causes. While traveling sustainably is important, it's also crucial to recognize that travel, particularly air travel, can have a significant impact on the environment. One way to offset your carbon footprint is by purchasing carbon offsets. Carbon offsets involve investing in renewable energy, forestry projects, or other initiatives that reduce greenhouse gas emissions equivalent to the emissions generated by your travel. There are several reputable organizations that offer carbon offsets, such as Climate Care and Cool Effect. It's important to research the organization before purchasing offsets to ensure that your investment is going towards legitimate, impactful projects. Another way to support environmental causes while traveling is by donating to organizations that focus on conservation efforts or support sustainable tourism initiatives. Some examples include the World Wildlife Fund, the Nature Conservancy, and the Rainforest Alliance. Not only do these donations help protect the environment, but they also support local communities and economies. Additionally, spreading awareness about sustainable travel and environmental causes can inspire others to take action and make a difference. Remember, every little effort counts towards creating a greener and more sustainable world. So let's do our part while exploring this beautiful planet. Number 10. Spread awareness and encourage others to travel sustainably. Traveling sustainably isn't just about what you do on your own trip. It's also about creating a culture of responsible travel. You can help by sharing your knowledge and encouraging others to make choices that have less of an impact on the environment. Start by talking about your experiences with family and friends. Tell them about the sustainable choices you made and the impact they had on your trip. Share photos and stories that show how enjoyable sustainable travel can be. You can also share your knowledge with people you meet on your travels. Chat with locals and learn about the sustainability initiatives in their community. You may be surprised to find out how many people are already working to make their hometowns more eco-friendly. Another way to spread awareness is through social media. Share tips and articles about sustainable travel on your channels and use hashtags that help people find this information. Encourage your followers to make sustainable choices when they travel and challenge them to come up with new ways to reduce their environmental impact. Finally, consider getting involved in local or international organizations that support sustainable tourism. You can volunteer your time, donate money, or simply help spread the word about their initiatives. Remember, you have the power to make a positive impact on the environment. By sharing your knowledge and encouraging others to travel sustainably, you're helping to create a brighter future for our planet.